Yep, that's it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Perfect.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and today our webinar is concentrating on one product, that is a source book, and the source book, we call it a guide for policymakers for developing better framework. And my presentation here takes special attention to examples we have collected and reviewed of technical procedures to obtain and improve good quality on the work. Peter mentioned already that it will be good if the system works, that control is good, but trust is cheaper, so that we can trust in all the people they are involved in the market. But on the other hand, we also know from statistics, and this statistics will be done every year since a long time, that in Germany we have in mean 10% of the total German building costs, so the total turnover of this sector is related to construction defects. And we heard also the day before yesterday that also in France you have a comparable value. So 10% is really a huge sum, and we have to look to avoid that this money are flowing without any effect, and to be sure that we have a good performance of the building at the end. This book, this collection of all this information is structured in the way that we have a short chapter of analysis of the reasons for good or poor quality, and then we have the philosophy that what Peter just described, how to organize this activities in the countries. And then we have three parts. One part is procedures, technical procedures in the back, and then we have the legal procedures, and the third one is handling then the compliance. I will, in this presentation, concentrate on the part one, on the technical procedures. Before, just give you an idea about the reasons why the problems rise on the building side. You see here we have analyzed 4 main problem areas. What happened at the site. Normally, you can expect everyone who is involved will not finish the work with problems. Normally, each one who will build a building or will renovate something will do a good quality, but sometimes there's a problem in different ways that does not fit to the final results. One big problem we find was that specification is often not so detailed that the people are on the building side have a very clear idea what the need is and what they expect from them. Therefore, it's very important that in the planning stage there is a description of the measures and also description of the procedures, how you can test the quality what you have at the building site. Then there's another point that is a competence issue. So there's also problems related often by innovations that have been developed during the last years, and as well as the designers, as the people on the building side have the problem not to be taught really how to handle these innovations. And the other part is language barriers, that people don't understand what is communicated in the floor plan, and so that are points of miscommunication and competence lack. Then, of course, there is always a problem of economic conditions, so pressure on finance conditions or timing conditions. And yeah, the end is we have in any way we have to organize a kind of control to be sure that what has been done is so as we expected. Coming to the part of the best practice approaches, technical best practice approaches, you can see we collected different kind of procedures and described this kind of procedures and discussed the experience we find in the member states where these procedures were applied. So that start with the issue of description of material and work specification, and has different issues. So that we find some procedures how you can trace a process and consider also some process that you get reward if you have a higher quality than you normally expected. That is all documented in the source book, and if you are interested to see more details and how that works, you can follow up this documentation. I know we'll give you a small selection of experience we have documented there. First one is topic one is the issue of description of work specification and material, at least. And there we find a very interesting approach in Sweden. They called it ARMA, and that is a system. They try to generalize the description of the material use and the system use and the workmanship specification. And everyone in Sweden who is making a tender can use this description part. So everyone know exactly what is expected, and also the people on the building side have a clear specification on the process, what has to be done to install the system proper and well. And also in this specification there are milestones when is the best time to prove things, maybe airtightness, when is the best time to prove the airtightness of the system before you close all the elements that you can, if the airtightness is not as expected, that you can make some correction on that way. We have the comparable system in Germany. We called it Standardleistungsbuch. That is really comparable to that. So there is an organization from the standardization body in Germany. They bring together all the disciplines, and then they write down specification, and that also should be used from architects or from planners in preparing tenders and so on. And yeah, that is really comparable to the Swedish approach, and we see that is very helpful if you have such kind of detailed description. At the end there is no question if that is correct or is that not correct, because the specification is very detailed, and either you have followed the specification or not. We have another system in Germany that called Guideline of Accepted Rules. What this system is also described very well the process, and the difference to the first one is that at the end the installer has to sign that he followed all the rules, and he has to store this protocol for I think 10 years. So if there is something going wrong within the first years, then he can apply his protocol, and you can see that he really followed or don't followed the process what is agreed on. Another point was that we have the problem, as Peter already mentioned, that innovation coming more and more in the market, and the installers often are not aware what has to be done to install it correctly. And therefore it's important that we have a training, and at least a training procedure to train the installer. And believe it or not, I also studied Handwerker, it calls in German, as a ventilation system installer. And when I compare what I learned 40 years ago to that what is currently on the building side, it is really different. And therefore you have in your lifetime, you have to learn and train the new technologies. And in Austria, they created a procedure and started training and also certification of installers for different technologies. You can see here heat pumps, solar thermal system, photovoltaic and ventilation system. And what they are doing is they have a couple of days each. People who would like to have a certification has to attend, and then they learn all the news on these technologies, and they also have possibility to get experience with installing of this thing, and then at the end they have an examination. And if the examination runs well, they get certified, and they can use this certification in case of tendering or something else to show we are a certified body. It is voluntary, it's not mandatory, it's voluntary, but is strongly recommended in the sustainability building guide, and it's also always good to have it as a background for financing schemes, I think. You see the costs here, what is needed is around 1,500 euro plus some money for the examination. So, and every 3 years you have to verify that, and you have to make another course to make sure that that is running well. That is also comparable things in France. They have also such kind of system started, and we in Germany currently also discussing this kind of system, because we find that the heat pumps in high performance buildings often don't reach the performance we expected and calculated in the calculation procedure. And that is not the heat pump itself that is the problem. Mostly the problem is the installation process and the planning process, and therefore it's really important that we transfer the knowledge and the right thing to planning to the building market, to the inside. Another scheme, Peter already gives some idea in this, and in the discussion of the question is a cavity insulation guarantee system. So in UK they have I think around 10 million buildings with cavity walls, badly insulated cavity walls, and they discuss what to do to bring this system to renovation, to energetical renovation process. And then they know that's not so easy to guarantee that the system really is working well. Therefore you have to train the installers, and you have to make sure that the system really is installed well, to avoid that after some years you have a wet wall at the end. And what they did is they founded an agency. the stakeholders, the involved stakeholders, and this agency developed a guarantee for the building owners. So if a company comes and applied this installation system to the building, and this company has been trained, has been trained, then they hand over a guarantee to the building owner, and if there is something wrong after some years, the building owner can be is guaranteed that the installation will be fitted, and so there's no risk for the building owner. And the guarantee is a very long time guarantee, 25 years. And this is registered in this agency, and they have registered installers in the UK. They only are allowed to apply the system if they will give a guarantee to the building owner. So this works so well that after a short period, they started, established this 1995. After a short period, they come to up to more than 500,000 installation per year. And as I mentioned before, they have around 10 million buildings. You can see when you calculate this covered area, they have most of the 10 million already within a time frame of 15 years installed. So that is a very, very effective way to do. And in Belgium, as we heard before, that they have a comparable approach, not with a guarantee as I heard, but all the support around, so national specification and guideline system, and they have a certification body, and the certification body then also give a declaration of confirmation that the system is running well. And the certification body also organized the procedure about the certification of useful material, and the certification also coming to product approval, and they organized as well the certification and training of the installers. So the system is really comparable to the British system, and although there's a growing awareness and a growing market in Belgium to apply the system on. Another approach we reported there is in Germany. We started 3 years ago a so-called contractor's declaration. So what is the idea behind that is to avoid costs for improvements and costs for checking of different things. And our government decided that each contractor has to declare that what he was installing is in line with the German energy saving ordinance. So that means that the contractor has to be really sure at the end when he set his sign that he checked that he follow 100% the energy saving ordinance. And in case there are some problems, and that will be used on court, this contractor declaration, and the contractor then will have a problem. And we did it for different levels. So we have it for the envelope elements, we have it for space heating and hot water systems, and also for cooling and ventilation systems. And yeah, if the contractors make a wrong declaration, then there is an infringement system in the back, and it's clear regulated what to do and what to pay for the contractors. We found comparable activities in Austria. In Salzburg, they have more advanced than our German system, but the same idea behind that at the end of the installation there should be declaration from the contractor, and then he put down what is reported in the energy performance certificate and what is declared as a real installed system at the building site, so that the building owner has a clear view what has been done with the retrofit or with the installation measures, in special in this case. So that was just an overview, just to give you an idea what is in the documentation, what kind of material we collected, and you can see here the both products we delivered in this project. The first one is a collection of existing situation regarding quality of the work in the field, and also documented already applied examples for quality of the work procedures. And the second one that is just finished now is the guideline, and there's a collection for better enforcement of quality of the work, and you can find it on the website and can download it on the website for your use. That is what I would like to show you, and invite you to use the material if you trying to install some kind of comparable activity in your country. Thank you very much.